The Audi 2008 R8. The R8 is an all-new car for 2008. As this video is actually being shot, it's not yet on sale in the United States. However, it is due to go on sale soon at a price of about $110,000 to start. This is a rear-engine car aimed very directly at the Porsche 911. In fact, you notice it has some similar design characteristics to the 911. That's not because they're trying to copy the 911 by any means. It's just the fact that a rear-engine car has to have certain characteristics in order for it to be both aerodynamic and have its weight distribution properly applied. The R8 is really a marvelous showcase for Audi's design department, which is already acknowledged as a strong contender for best in industry status. If anything, there's maybe a bit of controversy about the unpainted aluminum over the air intakes just behind the doors, but certainly some owners will end up painting these with either matching or contrasting colors for individual effect, and you can be the judge of whether or not you like that scheme better. One of the features that's pretty cool about this car is the LED running lights that add to the dramatic impact of the frontal view, especially when it's getting near dusk and the headlights aren't on yet, but you really can see those LEDs peering out at you. Certainly another interesting design aspect of this car is the glass engine cover that ensures a striking view of this 4.2-liter V8 engine. This is the same power plant that's shared with the very thrilling Audi RS4. It produces 420 horsepower and has a redline over 8,000 RPM. That's quite a shriek for a V8. With those 420 horsepower nicely divided among all four wheels via Audi's Quattro system, the refinement of the design and engineering is really fulfilled with the R8's performance. Of course, this engine is beautiful. This V8 FSI, the FSI is for its type of high pressure fuel injection, which is able to give it a lot of performance both at low RPM and high RPM. Since it does have an 8,000 RPM redline, you know you can get a lot of power at the top of this engine. The trunk is in the front. There's a little release here. It's actually got a pretty good amount of space in here, and it's even got a 12-volt outlet and it's lighted. Just a nice looking compartment here. It doesn't hold a terrible lot amount, but it does hold enough. Of course, the 2008 Audi R8 is Audi's first entrance into the super sports car field. You can see they had the TT before, which is a nice sports car, but it certainly isn't anything that's going to go up against some of the supercars in the world. This car will. 30 series tires in the back, 35 series in the front, 19-inch, either 235 or a 295 front and rear. A lot of rubber on the road for this car. It's not a very heavy car, so it's certainly able to go around corners very quickly. You've got still a reasonably practical car here. You know, you've got your traditional Audi switchgear from the way the doors lock, to your mirrors, to your auto up and down one-touch windows, little door pocket. You can see inside the door handle there is the button to open the trunk and the fuel filler cap. You get behind these seats, you can fold it forward. There's really not much back there. There's just a little package shelf. Not really a lot of space. You could stuff a small bag there or a briefcase without too much trouble. And if you're short, certainly you can get something behind the seat, but taller people want to move the seat back. I probably could fit a 6-inch wide suitcase back there without too much trouble in my normal driving position, so there is a little bit of extra room back there. Okay, we have a nice wide floor, and there's plenty of foot room in the passenger seat well. Of course, we have this seat all the way back. We could still move it quite a bit forward and still leave plenty of comfort room. And then, of course, here in the back here we have our CD changer. And since there's not a lot of space up front, it's still somewhere where a driver can sort of reach it, or a passenger could easily reach it. At least you don't have to get out of the car and go to the trunk the way you do in so many other cars. I do have some storage here in the back. See, there's also a slot for an accessory telephone that you could buy with the car. Since most people have their own cell phones, that's not that popular of an item, but it's available. You can see, of course, we have our traditional cup holders. Nothing special here. There's a little rubber mat in the bottom. Handbrake, of course. An ashtray with an actual cigarette lighter. As you can see here, this is a great place to do business. You've got the gated shifter. Some people don't like gated shifters. I didn't find it to be a problem going through the gears quickly, and it certainly does look nice. And you know, this is all about style in this car. You've got this incredible aluminum shift lever. This button here is for your park distance control. This will pop up and down your rear spoiler. And you can see it lights when the spoiler comes up. And of course you got your four-way splash. You've got your four-way flashers, of course, and ESP is for electronic stability program. Something that most people will keep on all the time, although this is a high-performance sport car, you certainly want to turn it off for racing or autocrossing. This is a Euro spec car, so the numbers on our climate control knobs are in metric. I'm finding 22 degrees centigrade, quite comfortable, thank you. You can certainly got automatic controls, your seat heaters, of course. Just a three-step thing. And of course we have our Audi multimedia interface, which I personally find annoying to the point of being perhaps blasphemous. But this comes with the navigation system. You get the multimedia interface as a way of controlling everything via this one little knob here. You have to turn it on. We can turn it on to our navigation system now. This, unfortunately, is not a touch screen. We have to use this knob here to control everything. It's not too bad for the navigation system, but we have these other buttons, which we don't know what they mean until we push them. When you have an automatic transmission in another Audi, that is on the center console, which will get a little bit easier to use, but it's still kind of an interface that I would prefer would be replaced by something a little more traditional that is a little easier to use, actually a lot easier to use and safer to use. This actually requires you to take a lot of attention away from the road, which is something I wouldn't want to do, especially in a car with this kind of performance. I do have just a little cubby here. I could probably stick a cell phone in there without much trouble. Nice ventilation, good vents. Do have steering wheel controls here. Our steering wheel will both tilt and telescope over a fairly wide range, so we can get pretty comfortable here. Nice loud center horn button. It's a good three-spoke steering wheel where you've got good thumb notches here so you can get good control. It's a very quick steering ratio as you'd want in a serious sports car. The only electronic control in the rear view mirror is for the auto dimming. You actually get pretty good rearward visibility out of this mirror. It's one of the best I've actually seen on a rear engine car. You've got your map lights up here. You can just turn them both on. This is on with a door, or you can just turn them off all the time. You can turn them on individually. There's also a home link system that'll open up your garage door so you can hide your car from your neighbors that want to look at your new fancy car all the time. Up here, of course, we have our visors that go the opposite direction than you're used to. They actually come down from the front. And we do have one mirror here. There's no lighting, and the visor can't be moved to the side at all, so it's just right there and doesn't do a lot, but it's handy. And it's it's got the same kind of fabric you have here on the roof here. It's kind of that a nice touch, sort of something between a leather and a velour fabric, I would say. We do have a nice locking glove box here. It's really deep. You can see we have this big manual. Is almost hard to see in there. It's lighted. You can see how deep this is. I can put the manual in sideways and it still fits in all the way without any problem. So you get an idea of the depth of it. And then of course there's another small pocket up here where you can put sunglasses or something easily. And then we have an on-off switch that works with the key. That's a matter of just cutting out the trunk opening, so it's extra security for the trunk if you want to valet park. Simply put, the R8 is in the same league as a Porsche 911, perhaps even encroaching on the ground of cars like a Lamborghini Gallardo. It's really a thrilling car to drive. It's a thrilling car to look at. It's a thrilling car to hear. Certainly Audi's intention with this car is to play in the big leagues with the top players in the sports car field, and I think they're just on their way to accomplish that task. That is the Audi R8 from CarVideoReview.com. Thank you for watching.